All right. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone here. You're here for the kickoff to EVO24 Moderator Professional Development, or what I call the heart of EVO, which is training moderators or developing their skills in teaching online and moderating, setting up online spaces, etc. So it will be a great session. And we've got quite a few people with us, but we're looking for more. So I'm Christine Bauer-Ramazani. I'm the lead coordinator for this year. Unfortunately, our head lead coordinator, Sanya Bazinovich, was not able to be here to join us today. She had a family situation, so we wish her and her family well. But Rose Bard, who is the incoming lead coordinator, is moderating the session with me. And here you see the picture of the 13 of us. So I'm blessed to be working with 12 dedicated coordinators, and I couldn't be happier to be doing this work with them throughout the year. It is quite a process. So they bring their wealth and their knowledge and skills with them, which is a good thing for all of us. So let's go to the next slide. Actually, if you could go back one more time, I would like for all coordinators to just say hello. I'll say your name and please say hello. So let's start with Rose.
Hello, it's nice to be here. Good to see you all.
Thank you. And Nellie, our former head lead coordinator and hard worker in EVO. Nellie?
You're muted.
Hello, everyone, and welcome.
Thank you. Sue?
Hello, and lovely to see all of you here today.
Sue Annan is in Jersey, which I had to learn where it is. Next is Jane Sheen from Taiwan.
Hi, everyone. So excited to be here today.
Thank you. I'm not sure Cheryl McCoy is with us today. I don't think so. Larissa Olisova.
Hello, everyone. Nice to see you all. Welcome.
It's warm in Florida, right?
It is, but getting cooler a little bit.
Nagla Salem is close to me. I'm in Vermont. Nagla is in Toronto, Canada.
Hi, everyone. Pleased to be here with all of you.
And Doris Maleros joining us from Argentina.
Hello, besitos.
Sudarshana Shibrud, is she here? I don't think so. Okay. Zainab Musavi is from Iran. She is unable to be here today. She is traveling to another city for important work.
No, she's here.
Hello.
She's here? Oh,
Yeah.
Zainab! Oh, good to see you.
So excited to be here with you. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. Gracia Mendoza.
Hello, everyone. Happy to be here. Some internet problems, but I'm here.
Gracia is in Honduras. So thank you, my fellow coordinators, for being with us. And we'll go to the proposed sessions. Yes, go ahead. So here is the list of all 17 sessions that were accepted for provisional acceptance. And then we have the training, and then there comes a final acceptance in November. So still quite a bit of development needs to happen. But we're confident that it will and that everybody will be successful. Okay, moving on. Yeah, let's get to know each other. So I will ask the lead moderators or lead moderator of each session to give a brief summary of the proposed session. And we hope that everybody does it within those 2 minutes. Thank you. Next. So we've got 13 returning sessions or sessions that we're invited to return. And you can see them right here with the logos. And we'll hear from the lead moderators of each one of them, we hope. And then we have 4 new proposed sessions. And you see the list right here with the logos. Actually, we usually ask for the logo to be developed in week 2, but the 4 new ones have already developed their logos, so that is great. Moving on. Okay, and here is the first one. So if I could ask the lead moderator for this team to give us a brief introduction, please.
Thank you. But Doris, feel
My
free
question-
to jump in.
Nelly, should I click on the timing?
Pardon?
Should I click on the timing?
Yeah, sure.
Yes,
Yeah, go
please.
ahead. It says 1 minute instead of 2.
Oh,
Well, we are really
No, it's 2.
excited.
It's 2. Yeah, go ahead, Doris. Thank you.
We're really excited to be working with these opportunities for teachers to get to know a little bit more about AI-generated models and how to use them for our classes. So this is going to be a fun session where we're going to be working with activities and games and how to use AI as a tutor. So we're really excited about it. So everybody's welcome.
Yeah, I would say how to use it as a teacher assistant to help teachers with their lesson plans, activities, and whatever they need, actually. A lot more than you think is possible with a generative AI. So yeah, it's going to be fun.
thank you. And Rose, if you would like to continue, please.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so we go to our next one, our next session, and let's check. I think Andrea is here, right, to present.
Yes, hello everybody. I guess Elizabeth is here too, and Nelly. Okay, well, we chose this topic of H5P activities for this session because we think they are very interactive tools that we can use in our classes. And of course, the idea is to help everyone who takes the course to know about how to create basic H5P activities in a collaborative way. Elizabeth, would you like to add anything?
I think you've said it all, and it was quite good. But, yeah, so we're going to use H5P and teach how to create them, and also how to credit our work through. Help me out here. I'm going blank. I need my copy.
With Creative Commons.
Yes, with the Creative Commons licenses, so that we can credit our own work and that of others if we should reuse it, which we think is really important as well, and also how to share on Lumi Education. Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's really good. Thank you. Thank you for sharing about your session. Okay, so the next one, it's with Christine. I think Christine is the one presenting, right, Christine?
Yes. Okay, and please jump in. You see the team of co-moderators here that includes yourself, Rose, and Sue Annan, Larissa Olisova, Nagla Salem, and Christine Sabier. So we're pleased that our team has been invited to for the third iteration of delivering best practices in distance and blended courses. I'm the lead moderator, but I'm working hard with my team, and we've already started on meeting, and we will be discussing changes that have been recommended by the reviewers. So we'll input those as well. The participants in our session will design a course module with a tasks and assignments page that is like a lesson or a unit page in Canvas. The module will have interactive and collaborative tools for the participants' own teaching context. So that is really important. It has to be tailored to the participants' own context. The participants will also learn about copyright guidelines and quality standards, which is, again, very important. Best practices will be modeled and feedback will be given. And this will be done via a rubric and feedback from the moderators. And the goal is to have the participants showcase their work in week 5, and they will receive a certificate if they complete the tasks.
Yeah, great. Thank you. Thank you, Christine. And we go to our next session. James can't be here today because he's attending another event in Japan. So Sophia was the one that perhaps was going to replace him today presenting. I'm not sure if she's here.
I am here. Hello.
Yay, hi, sweetie.
Yep.
Go
so,
back, please. Yeah,
as
thank
Rose
you.
said, I'm not the lead moderator. James York is. I'm Sophia Alcanfar, and this is actually my first time attending EVO, so attending and presenting. So I'm happy to be here, and it's good to meet you all. Our session is called Freedom to Play in Language Teaching, and in our session, we will show teachers that they can be more playful in their teaching, either through using playful approaches to teach or even by using games. And by games, we are referring to either analog games or digital games, or in my case, I use video games in my foreign language teaching classes. So, we hope that you guys will enjoy our session and we'll learn a lot from it.
Thank you, Sophia.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for sharing with us about this session. So could you stop the watching? Let's go to the next one. Now we have the grammar for TESOL. That's Nagla and Watanabe.
All right, thank you, Rose. So once again, this is Nagla Selim from Toronto, Canada, and my co-moderator is Masahiro Watanabe, or Wata, as he likes to be called, from Japan. This is the 5th year we're offering Grammar for TESOL. Wata has been working with me on facilitating the session for several years and constantly improving and updating it. His area of expertise is grammar teaching and learning, and he has translated several grammar books to Japanese. A little about G4T, or Grammar for TESOL. When we start, we invite participants to reflect on their beliefs about grammar learning in general and what knowledge or maybe knowledge gaps they somehow influence their grammar instructional practices. And then halfway through the session, after establishing some sound, important pedagogical knowledge, participants get to apply this knowledge on some practical or hands-on activities and tasks related to lesson planning, creating grammar-focused activities, as well as error correction and provision of feedback. Participants are encouraged to complete several weekly tasks. One of them is required for them to earn a weekly badge, and then after collecting all 5 weekly badges, they ultimately get their final EVO24 certificate of participation. Our session is very interactive and we integrate a variety of online tools. We we've been using Canvas free for teachers for several years now, and it has not let us down. So it'll be the same this year. Currently, Wat and I are updating our resources as well as adding 2 new topics to G4T. And these are UDL, Universal Design for Learning, and AI generation. And we're exploring how and where those 2 topics fit within the grammar teaching and learning context. So pretty excited and looking forward to yet another rewarding experience. Thank you.
That's great. Thank you, Nagla, for sharing. The next one is Elena.
Hello,
Elena, you
Rose.
here? Hello,
Yes, I am here. Hello, everybody. It's great to be here. I'm feeling blessed to be amongst you. And this year I will be lead moderator for immersive instructional design. Thank you very much, Heike, for supporting me towards this. Let me tell you a few words about our session this year. First of all, we've been having activity in virtual worlds for many years now, but we will be expanding a little bit further, focusing on virtual reality. And we will be working together. We're hoping to work together with language professionals to apply some of the principles of instructional design in the metaverse. We will engage in the design of language learning materials, tasks, creating objects, using all the affordances, or as many as possible of the affordances in Frame VR, Spatial I/O, OpenSim, Second Life. And the particular session that we are planning this year is appropriate for language educators as usual, language course designers, web heads with intermediate experience, but also those who haven't had much experience in virtual environments. We are thinking of using Zoom to help them set up and orientate. Each week we will be having 2 sessions. The first session will be the orientation one, and we're also going to provide a hands-on opportunity for our participants to be more creative. There's a lot I could continue to say, but let me round off by saying that we will be having amongst us a lot of experienced professionals: Randa Sadler, Heike Philp, Dr. Doris Molero, Donis Newson, myself, Ameni Al-Kayat, Jennifer Hamilton, Barbara McQueen, Helen Myers, and Georgia Manetta. We hope you can join us.
Thank you, Elena. Thank you for presenting.
You're most welcome.
Okay. And the next session, we have Genji. I don't know if she's here, or Yanan Zhao. I can't find her among the participants. I think she's not, they are not here. Okay, let's go to the next one then. Gracia?
We're gonna have Miguel do it first.
Okay, go ahead.
Pleasure to be here. This is our second time presenting our session. We have 2 new members. We have Marisa, and we have Glenda Gallardo from Peru. Gracia is our main leader. We have Mary Allegra from Venezuela, Olenka and Glenda from Peru, and Zuleika Zapatero also from Peru, and myself from El Salvador, group of Latin American teachers, talking about application, about tools for language engagement, right? And during the sessions, participants will be exposed to a variety of apps for them to improve language learning and to be engaged in the English language learning. Participants will explore the different apps, and at the end of the 5 sessions, they will have completed an application portfolio where they will discuss the advantages and disadvantages of the different apps, and they will see the relationship with their own context. At the end, they will also get to share this portfolio with everyone in the group for the possible feedback they can get. So our session is about applications, about virtual apps for engagement in the classroom. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Miguel. Thank you. Next one, please. And I hand over to Christina now. Thank you.
Thank you, Rose. So the next one is mentoring teacher research. And I wonder if Sedan is here to present.
I think she's here, yes.
Okay, great.
Everyone, very nice to see you again after a year, let's say. We are a nice community and I enjoy learning with you. Well, this year again, we will be doing the teacher research mentoring session. And it is going to be our fourth time. We have a change in the team. Last year, we delivered this session, including myself, Ruben, Mariana, Anna, and Richard. Today, this year we have Ravi Narayan Chakrodi from India. Ravi, are you here?
Yeah, I'm there. Hi, everyone.
Okay, so Ruben will be moderating our brother EVO teacher research. So we'll be collaborating with them as well. So as I said, this is not a course, let me say, it's a session, it's kind of workshop, and we aim practicing mentoring with our participants. You can join us as teacher educators, teacher development group leaders, if you're currently mentoring teachers or student teachers to do research into their classrooms. And if you're a decision maker or administrator or school leader, you can join us. And we basically want to share ideas about the nature of mentoring and what mentoring teacher research might need to involve. Actually, this year, we kind of planned to integrate enhancement mentoring, which is about expanding our successful experiences into the challenging situations. And we will base our approach on experiential learning and like learning by doing. So our participants will practice mentoring via, let me say, weekly peer coaching sessions. Okay. So join us if you want to have this learning journey. Thank you very much, Kristen.
Thank you very much, Sedan. Thank you for sharing your session with us, and we look forward to another good one. So over to Nelly, I guess, to present mindfulness awareness practice.
All right, since, oops, I think you jumped. Thank you. Since Sonia is not here, but the two of us have been doing this for 2 years. I think it's our second year, even though it feels like 3 years, but I did something else 1 year called self-care for educators, because that's what it's basically about. Teachers not only learn how to use mindfulness in their classes with their students as part of their English language teaching, but they also learn to do formal mindfulness, which is actually what it's about. It's about developing a mindfulness practice. And that's what teachers were doing. They were quite happy. We had really good feedback. I can remember last year, the year before that as well, but last year specifically, I guess it's needed. Teachers want it, but it requires dedication, just like anything else. you need to do it. So once you start doing it, it becomes a habit. And just like with BJ Fogg and Tiny Habits, if you've heard of that, it takes just a bit, 1 minute just to go into a room. That's how you start. And then the next day you go in and maybe you'll sit down. And eventually, after you do these little tiny habits, you sit down and you do it every morning. And then your life changes. I've been doing mindfulness for over 30 years. I stopped counting. And now I do about an hour every morning. And I used to, at the beginning, I thought, oh my gosh, 10 minutes is so long. But how come I can do hours of, digital work on my computer, and I can't sit down for even 2 minutes. So learning to take yourself seriously and sitting down is what this is about, but it's also a practical course where teachers practice doing mindfulness, as well as there's a bit of reading that's not required, but it's useful. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Nellie. And
yes,
Nellie
Zainab
and
is here. So
okay.
yeah, this is another one. I've got at 6. So Zainab has been, maybe you'd like to speak. Zainab has been
co-moderator.
Yes, exactly. I just wanted the slides to come back. Co-moderating, but she's been taking Moodle for Teachers for, I think, over 4 years for sure. Right?
30
I think you started, how many?
30 years.
Only 3. Okay. So this year will be your 4th year. But not just moderating. She first was a participant, and now she's a moderator, and she's been doing a great job. So maybe you'd like to tell us a little bit about Moodle for Teachers.
I think in this session, teachers will explore tools available on Moodle LMS, learn how to use resources and add activities to the Moodle, how to make badges, certificates, how to add them, how to register participants. Teachers will have this opportunity to design their own course in Moodle, and they will show what they have done, how they have done. So this course is so interactive, and they will learn a lot from each other. And it's not just about learning about Moodle, they also will explore other technology tools and learn how to engage their students in online courses. I hope you can join us. Thank you.
Thank you, Zainab.
Thank you, Zainab and Nellie. Now, moving on to teacher research for professional development. I was told that the lead moderators were not available. Is anyone here?
I think
from the
Manjusha is
team
here.
to speak?
Manjusha,
would you be willing to speak on behalf of your team?
Hello, can you hear me? Teacher research for professional development.
Manjusha, go right ahead and speak.
Lots of noise is there around me, so I can't.
Yes, we hear a little bit, but go ahead and speak up, and we'll hear you. Should we come back to you, Manjusha?
Yes, because I can't hear. So many disturbances are around me.
Yeah. Okay, we'll come back to you. So we'll do the other sessions, and at the end, we'll come back to you.
All right. So,
yeah, let's do teaching EFL to young learners, and that's
teaching
Nellie.
EFL to young learners has this is its 10th year actually. With Moodle, it's its 12th year. So this has been around for quite some time. It started with other presenters, but for the past, I think, 8 years. Cheryl and Nevis and I have been co-moderating the session. It changes every year actually because there are new tools coming up. The idea is to teach EFL to young learners. Cheryl does a practical week on upcycling, and it's really interesting how to create things in the classroom. This is young learners, remember, so it's doing arts and craft in the classroom, and it's physical classroom, not much online. Nevis Teresi bases her week on board games, and these are both digital. Teachers can create them online, and then their students can actually produce them as well in the classroom. And I do the introduction as well as the feedback. The introduction generally different with different tools. This year, we're also going to include AI as part of the teaching EFL to young learners so that teachers can be assisted by an AI to help them prepare their lessons and activities. Thank you.
Thank you, Nellie. And moving on to another session with Nellie.
Oh,
but
yes.
maybe
Yes, I'm
Sudarshana.
here.
Yeah, Sudarshana,
Yeah.
you're here.
Yes.
So
Hello,
maybe
everyone.
hi, maybe you'd like to talk about technology for spoken English. Thank you.
Yes. Yes, thank you very much. I'm Sudarshana Shirude from India, and this is our 4th year of this session. So in this session, we introduce various apps, mobile apps and tools. These apps and tools are very useful to practice spoken English. Our session is useful teachers, English teachers as well as their students, and it is more useful to those where English is the second language in classes. And last 3 years, we get amazing response from our participants all over the world. We learned a lot from them in this session. And now this year, Nelly Doich and Sudhakar Katare are my co-moderator, and we are here with the same enthusiasm and energy. So looking forward for new learning. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Sudarshana. We're happy to have you back. And next is a new session, Tech Tools to Support Visually Impaired Students in the EFL Classroom. Is anyone from the team here to present? Beatrice, Angela?
Yes, I am here. Hello, one greetings from Bolivia. I'm really sorry my friend Angela cannot attend today. She's she's very tired from an activity that we had yesterday, and I'm tired too, but I promise I was going to hear. Some years ago, Angela and I separately had the same experience. We were assigned to give a class, and I had a blind student, and I was completely lost. I felt useless. I didn't know how to help her. And the most interesting thing is that the student guided me how to help her. She had lots of support from her family, but we felt that as a teacher, I should have known what to do. And Angela had a similar experience. She started exploring and piloting projects, how to help visually impaired students. So we got it together, and I said, well, I have a lot of things that I would like to do. You have lots of knowledge. Let's do something for EVO. And she was like, yeah, let's do it. And we have now at our university a blind student as well. And she feels that she is alone and without support. So we approached her and said, how can we help you? Please teach us. And she was very happy to say that, okay, I'm going to be your consultant to your course. So we are beginning to have small webinars at our university because we have these students and we are not supporting them. So we are going to work on tools that you should learn and you should be aware how to use to help your students when they come to you. And also we would like to have the opportunity to talk to other people because we know that we are not the only ones. So yeah, thank you so much for having us, and I hope we are going to be there in January.
Thank you very much, Beatrice. This is a very important course. I think several of us have been in that situation. I know I have, and completely stumped. But then, yes, we get the impaired students helping us, which is great. So thank you for offering this session. And next is Nellie again with Maria.
I don't know if Maria is here. I thought I saw her name somewhere. I think she signed up, but she's not here. Okay. Yeah, Maria and I have been doing it. Maria was a participant and then she became a moderator, and we've been doing this for, I think, with Maria for at least 3 years, but on my own for a bit longer, maybe 4 years. Collaboration is key as far as I'm concerned. I can't see myself giving a course unless students get a chance to work together in teams. I mean, I've been doing this for years, which is why I started tools for student collaboration. These tools are for courses that are fully online, or sessions such as EVO that are fully online, or for the face-to-face class, or a combination. The tools change every year because new tools come up, as you know, and some old ones disappear, like Jamboard, which was a great collaboration, but it's disappearing, I think, in November, if you're familiar with Google Jamboard. But there are other tools that are free. Everything is based on free tools, of course, for student collaboration. And I'm looking forward to another year because, as I think most of you know, we learn so much when we offer these EVO sessions, and that's what I enjoy the most, learning with others.
Thank you very much, Nellie, and we'll talk more about collaboration in a little bit, but that is definitely a key word. Next. Okay, here are Nellie and Sudarshana for video-based mobile learning.
Thank you. Since we started with the technology for spoken English, I think that's when I started video-based mobile learning. The idea that, again, peer learning, which is peer teaching actually, where students learn from one another. And many of my students, I'm sure maybe many of yours, I don't know, use their mobile devices on a daily basis. So why not use them in the classroom? And I mean in the physical classroom for learning, not other things, but for actual learning, and not all the time, of course. But, you know, a bit at the beginning of the lesson, in the middle, just to get them more curious during the lesson, where they do collaborative work using video-based mobile learning, where they create their own videos. And today with TikTok and Instagram and Shorts and Facebook with these mini short videos, students love it at all ages. And that's what we try to do, to encourage teachers to learn how to get their students to do it for actual learning and not just for, well, even TikTok for learning is fine. They could add it anywhere, but to use their phone for learning a language. And that's it.
Thank you, Nellie and Sudarshana. And if you couldn't tell, Nellie is going to be very busy coming
as always.
Session. Yes. Thank you. So I think that was the last one, and then we'll could you click? Yeah. Okay. So let's go back to Manjusha, and that was slide 18.
I think she left her description on the chat because she
Yeah.
says.
Oh, did she? Okay. Nagla, would you be willing to read it, please?
Yeah, sure. Let me just try and locate it. Apologies. Long chat here. I just saw it. I don't know. It just disappeared. I can't find it now.
Okay. Who was speaking earlier? Who has it?
Oh yeah,
I
got
can read
it.
it for
Yeah,
you.
got
I
it.
can read it for you if you want.
Oh, yeah, I found it.
sure.
So yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead, Sylvia. Thank you.
Okay, so teacher research mentoring offers opportunity to mentor teacher researchers for doing exploratory action research. It has been designed by a group of teacher researcher experts. It provides practical experience how to design research questions, collect data, present and analyze it. So this is a great opportunity for professional development and for helping teachers and, well, the students, of course. So I have read the summary that Manusha has just written. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So Sylvia is a member on the team, moderating team. Thank you very much, Sylvia.
Okay, welcome.
Good. Thank you. And now, Larissa, if you could move forward to slide 24, please. There we are. Thank you. And Rose is going to talk about our timeline.
Yes. Well, it's important to pay attention to the timeline so we know exactly when the official results come out. We had already had the proposals coming in. We already sent you guys the professional acceptance. And now we are at the time where we have the professional Moderator Professional Development. This is going to go over the 5 weeks, right? Starting today. And around the time of the 13th of November, that's when we are going to start vetting again the proposals, right? And then you get the official acceptance on the November 27. And the Moderator Professional Development, it's very important now for us, so we can actually work out through the proposal, right? And then in December, everything needs to be ready by November. So in December, we can start with the call of participation. And then finally, we get the registration for our sessions, right? And lastly, in March 16th, we have Best of EVO, where we can actually share all the results and everything that happened during the sessions in January and February. Next one, please. So here we have an overview of the 5 weeks of the Mod PD, which already we said, right? The keyword in EVO is collaborate. I always say this to anyone who asks me about EVO, is the essence of EVO is collaboration. It starts from us in the coordination team. We are very collaborative in all the decisions and trying to always, work together to come reach a decision. So it's the same for the 5 weeks of Mod PD. We'd like all the moderators, all the sessions to be very collaborative and work together. So in the pre-mod, which we had already started, and week 1, it's when we really going to get to know each other, right? And start also learning about a number of topics and review, understanding how EVO sessions work throughout the week 2, 3, and finally week 4. Is where we get all the content to the 5 modules in the team's LMS. And also we get to share this content and our space, online space, with our peers and can give constructive feedback, right? Well, week 5, we're supposed to have everything ready for the second round of vetting. Thank you, Christine. It's now, it's with you.
Yep. Okay. So here's a little bit more about this, a few more details. So what we have in this Mod PD, which for the first time is 5 weeks, We're going to look at the proposal itself and put final touches on it and make any corrections, revisions that are necessary. And then the second part is dealing with the online space. So let me go over some of the expected outcomes a little bit. So we do expect the moderators, lead moderators, and co-moderators to attend the weekly live meetings. Those will always be on Sundays. And the week goes from Sunday to Saturday. For the reason that we know that all of you are busy teachers, and we know that weekends are pretty much the only time that you have to dedicate to something like PD. Okay, so if you are unable to be there in person, we always record these live sessions, so please watch the recording, and then we ask that you post a reaction to it in the discussion forum for the week. Very important is that everybody that, especially first-time moderators, need to complete all the tasks by the due date, and the due date is every Saturday, midnight. If there are any issues, please communicate with us. Let us know. And we have had a few little hiccups, and we're notified. So, and there might be a few more. So please let us know. And as was said before, it is this time we're stressing more than ever that you need to collaborate with your team members throughout the 5 weeks of Mod PD. We may not have focused on that as much in the past, but this time we use Google Docs for the proposal. And we hope that you continue using your proposal Google Doc, using the comments or the edit feature on the Google Doc proposal to discuss things with your team members and make revisions. Not just the lead moderator, definitely should not just be the lead moderator, but it should be in collaboration with the other team members. Okay, and then of course we also ask you to interact with the other participants in the course, in the Mod PD course. So very important is the notes up on the top right. First-time moderators must earn 6 badges for completing the work in Mod PD. It's 6 badges because there is a pre-Mod PD week with some tasks. They're not very time-consuming tasks, and we've already had several that completed the badges for this week. So please start with that. In pre-Mod PD, earn your badge, and then go to week 1. And it is expected that you work through the tasks and complete the tasks for the badges. And then there will be a certificate of participation awarded at the end for completing the course. And we hope that you vie for this certificate and you get it by completing a badge each week. So very important, as Rose already said, November 13th is when you have to have completed and refined the proposal for final acceptance. And this is a day after Mod PD ends and we start vetting. So you need to be ready for this. And collaboration is key during the 5 weeks. So we are sure that you succeed in this. Next, please. Okay, and here's just a review of the EVO proposal, all the elements in it. There are 7 elements in it that need to be completed. You can look at the details here, but you have reviewed the proposal. So the title needs to be there, the abstract in 50 words or less, not more. You need to mention a target audience. It is a good idea to have a sponsor. It's optional, but still a good idea. And then very importantly, number 4, the week-by-week outline needs to be quite detailed with outcomes specified. And so there is an idea of what to put in week 1, introduction, weeks 2 to 4, the content, and week 5, some showcase or evaluation. And most of you already have that, and you might need to make some refinements. Media and communication needs to be detailed. And then the moderator profile, I think we didn't have any issues this time, but maybe we did. You should look at the comments submitted to you by the EVO reviewers. The moderator profile should be 50 words, not more. And then lastly, the terms of agreement are very important. You have agreed to them. And so that needs to be completed. I think there was one session where there was an issue with the format and the column not complete. So I've reformatted that session, and now it's possible to write the I agree in the necessary cell. Okay, moving on. Okay, as I said at the beginning, we have 2 focal points. One is the proposal, which needs to be finalized pretty much by week 3. And then we focus on getting the online space ready. And here are the expected outcomes for that. So this is a little different from before. We're focusing more on your online spaces. In other words, the learning management system that you select. It could be Canvas, or it could be Moodle. It could be something else, but those have been the 2 most important ones in the recent iterations of EVO. So in week 3, you need to select your team's online space or your LMS, and then you need to create 5 modules in this online space. In week 4, you start adding content to one of the modules, and we model this for you. Each week, you will see an objective and task document. Actually, it should be objectives and tasks, but it's in an adjective position here, I think. And an overview page. So what is happening during the week? You see that in our Mod PD, modeled in our Mod PD session. So just go ahead and repeat that, okay? And then you need to have 1 or more discussion forums, assignments, and there are some other things. You can add more pages, etc. In week 5, you complete the modules. You refine everything based on feedback that you get from us and your peers. And it's very important that you look at each other's spaces and give feedback to others, and then, of course, implement the feedback that you get from others as well. And then we'll ask you to join our EVO community in the various spaces that we have. Moving on. Rose. Oh, no, that's me. Okay, we imagine that there are some questions here at this point, so we'd like to open up. Turn on your mics, please, and raise any questions that you might have at this point, and you probably do have some. Okay, who would like to go first? Do we have any questions in the chat?
No, but Beatrice has her hand up.
Okay. Beatrice?
Yeah, if I have understood well, is it possible to modify our proposal in terms of some objectives, because we have been looking at different things? So I want to know that, or we have to stick with what we proposed at first?
You may refine, revise your proposal as you see fit. Obviously, it should be, how should I say it? Expanded, more detailed, if that was an issue. Okay. No, you can change your objectives if you like. Wording, also the objective itself. That's totally up to you. It's your session.
Thank you so much.
Other questions?
Nothing in the chat.
Okay, everybody's sitting in silence, overwhelmed, or what does that mean?
Maybe Elizabeth, she unmuted herself, so perhaps she wants to say something.
No, I just unmuted.
Okay.
Just in case.
We're just eager to hear your voice.
I'm just nervous, that's all.
Yeah, especially the newcomers, the new lead moderators. We know this might be a little overwhelming for you at this point, but trust the rest of us. You will work through this. It is doable. Okay. And we're there with you every step of the way. So do not hesitate to ask. And actually something we had not mentioned and really not worked on so much, the newcomers may have some mentors, a team of mentors available. Okay. So we'll set that up. Okay. Rose and Sonia and I will get back to this. I think we had discussed it some time ago, but we may have lost track of this, but we'll get back to it. So usually newcomers, new sessions are assigned, some mentors in particular. Okay.
And always remember, we have once been in your position and we survived.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I hope so too.
Yeah. And not only did you survive, you became an EVO coordinator because of your engagement and involvement. Okay. So that is another possibility. If we see you engaged, I know we had some eager beavers here that we actually stopped dead in their tracks because the pre-mod PD wasn't open. That was, I have to admit, my mistake. I set it for October 7th, which was the day before the first week was supposed to start, but the pre-mod PD started the week before. So I apologize for that oversight. But the eager beavers among you already got started anyway when we opened it up a couple of days ago.
And Elizabeth was one of them, actually.
Well, I've never used this Canva. I couldn't get into it. Andrea helped me out. I've never used Canva. I'm more than familiar with Moodle. I love Moodle. So it was like a challenge.
Yeah.
Like, what
it's
am I
very
doing
similar,
wrong?
Elizabeth, but you know, we have several Moodle experts here too. And you know, you can ask, how is this done in Canvas? But I sent you a link of resources for Canvas. And
yes. I just haven't had a chance to look, guys.
Yeah.
Like trying to explore. I love exploring.
Don't forget to go there. Just pose your question there, and you know, it's like a keyword and it finds an answer for you.
Great. Thank you.
And we have a question from Ella.
Okay.
Yeah, hello everyone.
Hi, Ella. Where are you located?
I'm just joining EVO for the first time as a moderator, and I know that a lot of information is important, especially for those who are preparing proposals, lead mentors, but I'm a little bit got confused about this badges for newcomers. As I understood, there are 5 weeks to get prepared, to get trained, and this training to be proposed or to be provided by EVO committee organizers or by our lead mentors or by our lead mentors who submitted the proposal. This is, I didn't quite get.
Yes, the Mod PD was developed by the EVO coordinators. Okay, so there are 5 weeks, but there is kind of a 6th week pre-mod PD. That's why there are 6 badges. And it's not exactly a week It's just a few tasks that need to be completed. For example, introducing yourself, Ella, introducing yourself to the group of participants here in Mod PD and the EVO coordinators. So that's a discussion, and Nelly very nicely modeled it with video, and then there were some responses via video. I didn't have a chance to do that yesterday, but I will. And other coordinators are invited to do so as well, and they usually do. And I've already forgotten who is on week 1. I think it's me, and who else? Who else is doing week 1 with me?
I mean, I do. We'll get messages. Yes, I think this.
Yes, you will get messages, but the messages
because we are already in Canva,
Canvas,
right?
Ella. Okay, they are not sent via email, but they're all in Canvas. So you do need to go in several times. I would recommend that you go in several times a day, and we'll go over some strategies of how to deal with discussions, because when we have a lot of moderators, there can be lots of messages, okay? We don't want you to get overwhelmed. So in order to stay on top of those, you don't have to read all of them or respond to all of them. That is sheer impossible. The EVO coordinators try to respond to every single comment, and that's why we have several of us fielding each week, okay? But you personally need to you need to read the prompts and write a response to the prompts. And then you should also read the responses, and the responses to your posting might come from other participants in the session and also from EVO coordinators. So you should read those, and I would recommend that you check in several times a day just to see what's new. And there's usually something new.
Well, thank you. Clear now. Yes, I've registered for Canvas. I saw the dashboard.
Yes, I saw your message come in and was happy to see that. We're still missing quite a few moderators, including new moderators, and you know that it is required to participate in Mod PD in order to move ahead with the proposal as a co-moderator in the proposal. So we hope that the others join Mod PD. Other questions? We have an incredibly diverse group of people here, as you can tell. The EVO coordinators are from many different countries, and not only locations. I'm located in the US, but I'm a native German. So again, you know, there is diversity here. And I don't know if there's another, yes, Heike is also from Germany. Lots of different places are represented here all over the world, which of course is one of the highlights of EVO. It's one of its distinctions, and it's wonderful, I think.
I'm located in Canada, and I'm originally from Egypt.
Right. Okay, other questions?
May I ask, maybe this is, hello, I'm Glenda. And well, I was wondering, but I guess this is going to be answered in the group that we have. But you mentioned that we had to choose our LMS, right? So that means that there will be different LMSs depending on the sessions and on how or what we agree. So I was wondering if you could suggest some names of LMSs that are free for us to use. I have heard of Moodle. And then I'm not sure which LMS we will be using, but we are using Canvas right now. And I'm not sure if you perhaps have a list of other options, but that maybe we can discuss, or maybe we will continue with the same that was used last year. But I was just wondering. Thank you.
Okay, that's a good question, Glenda. And as I mentioned, Canvas is free for teachers. So we're using Canvas free for teachers for that reason for our Mod PD, and have been using it for several years. I personally would recommend that, but that's because I'm very familiar with Canvas. I did work with Moodle, and Nellie is our Moodle guru. So if you want to use Moodle, she can host it on her server. So that's an option for you. There is Google Classroom, although and that is used more in public schools in the US. We haven't had anybody use that in the recent past, but we did maybe 3-4 years ago, somebody used it. So that is another possibility. That's about it, okay? There have been a few others in the past, but then they're no longer free. And so Canvas, you have to be careful. You have to go in Canvas free for teachers, not the one that if you go into Canvas, it will give you a 30-day trial. No, you don't want that. You want Canvas free for teachers. Okay, so you have to be careful with, and we give you that information in week 3, what to click on in order to register for it. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, we do have another Q&A at the end, so I think at this point we'll go to the next slide. Okay, and I forget who's doing that.
It's me.
Yeah.
It's me. Yes. So we have the prerequisites task, right? Which you guys were already discussing, talking about. Basically, what you're going to find in the pre-mod PD page to complete actually is to get to know. Today was an opportunity, right, to see most of us of the coordination team here. So, you know, you can count on us. Whatever you need along the way, we're going to be supporting you. Then, as Christine already mentioned, we have the introduce yourself. This is a very important discussion forum where we can really get to know more in details of each other. Another task that's important is the survey, right? We have this needs assessment. So in order to get your badge, complete a week, you need also to complete the survey. Before, actually, it wasn't open, the page for all of you be able to see the proposals, but now it is. You're able to click and take a look at it. Just to view, there is no need for co-moderators to request to join the week, right? Only the lead moderator is the one who is going to be editing the proposal of the team. But all of you will be able to see the progress when it comes to the time to actually copy what you have on the Google document, the refinements on the Google documents to the week. Then we have some of our social media, right? And a subscribe also to the YouTube channel, where we're going to also have everything that we have had so far for EVO, you're gonna find there. Okay, next slide, please. Yeah, so Christine will tell us more in detail now visually what you can see in week 1. Thank you.
Okay.
Next slide.
Just a quick note on the pre-mod PD slide. I put in the links. So these links on that slide are actually live. If you don't want to go into the week, you can go here and click on the links there and complete the work, but it would be better to do it in Canvas. Thank you. Go to slide 32. Yeah. Okay. So here is an example of the week 1 module in Canvas. And you see right there in a box at the top is the topic. We have the live kickoff meeting, which we're in right now. Then there will be collaboration on the EVO session proposal. And there will be some readings and discussions on netiquette, which is very important. We want to be sure that everyone is using good, appropriate netiquette. The dates are, as I mentioned, from Sunday to Saturday. So today, October 8th to Saturday, October 14th. That is the week in which you need to complete the week 1 work in order to get your badge. And you see up there with the arrow, there is a prerequisite for week 1, and that is to do the pre-mod PD work that we had just discussed on the previous slide. Okay. Then when you are doing the tasks in week 1 or any other week, you have 3 different notes there. One is to view. That means, for example, you need to view, click on the presentation slides of the kickoff and week 1 and just view the slides. Then another example is to do the readings, learning about EVO, and respond to a prompt. I believe there is a prompt there. You need to mark this page as done, okay? And you click on it and it marks it as done. Another example is a discussion. We will have a discussion on netiquette. So there are readings and then a prompt, and you need to answer the prompt. And it asks you to contribute. Anytime there is a discussion, you are asked to contribute to it. So once you contribute to a discussion, that task will be marked as completed toward getting a badge.
Sorry to interrupt, Christine. There's a question in the chat from Ella about module week 1 content. She says it's not accessible. So she's asking, is it because she needs to complete the prerequisites first?
That could be. I have to look at week 1. We may not have it open quite yet, and that will be done immediately after conclusion of the kickoff meeting, if that's not ready yet. Let me check. Could someone check if week 1 is available?
Sure.
Thank you. It should be. If it isn't, we'll open it right up. It's ready. Nagla, are you checking? Who's checking?
Yeah, I'm checking.
Okay, great. Okay, so Larissa, if you could move the slide to number 33. Okay.
Yeah, it needs to be published.
It needs to be published, okay? Would you go ahead and click on the top button, publish, make it green?
Publish, okay. So 2 choices, publish module and all items, or publish module only?
All items.
Okay. All right, so I just
so everything should be green now.
Requirements changed. So continue.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So Ella, did you want to check and see if it's visible to you now?
And we'll double check to make sure everything is okay.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, good. Thank you for raising that question, Ella. Very good. Yes, we had to scramble a bit to get everything ready. So, but it is. So we just needed to click on the green button, and that is the same for every week. The weeks are closed until we open them, and that should happen on Saturday before the week actually begins, in order to allow for eager beavers to get started.
Okay. And Christine, did you want me to add the link to the slides here so that people can just follow with you and click on the links on that slide or no?
Of course. Yeah, you
sure.
mean the whole slideshow?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. In the chat, definitely. It is the link is in Canvas. Okay, I put it in the overview page and also where else did I put it? The overview page, and then also inside the module, there is a link to it. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, Nagla. All right. So the next tip, this is a very strong recommendation in order to field all of the discussions and not to get overwhelmed, but also to know what is there, how many new ones are there, and keep track of what you need to be doing. So what you should do with discussions is, first of all, click on the link discussion, and somehow I had checked how I can use a pointer here, and I don't remember. So up at the top right, there is a red arrow to discussion. Please click on discussion, and I think you actually see it in the navigation of the module. Click on discussions, and then you will see all discussions in that module. And what you should do is pin them. Okay, so on the right side, you have the option. There are 3 buttons, and click on the 3 buttons and click pin discussion. And that means it puts that discussion at the top. And then what you will see is, as is highlighted here, the number of posts that you have not read yet will show up in dark blue right here. And then over here, 5 means that you have already read 5 discussions or 5 posts in that discussion. Okay, so that's how you can keep track of things. And if you're lost, you're looking for a particular title of a discussion or an author, you can do that as well in the search area up here that is highlighted in green. Okay, so that is how you pin discussions. I have pinned all discussions for myself for the 5 weeks. But you could also do week by week, but then you have to remember to pin the following week. Otherwise, it's kind of at the bottom and you don't really see it. This way, it's right in front of your eyes when you open up discussions. And it's an easy way to manage things. But don't get overwhelmed by the number of posts that are unread, okay? So every day, go in and see. You don't have to respond to everyone, but if you click on it, it means you have read it. Maybe you need to respond to it as well. Nellie posted, Canvas has taken most of its features from Moodle. Yeah, that is very possible because Moodle is quite a bit older than Canvas. So that is probably very true. Next slide, please. Okay, and here are the badges that you will be earning. And just a reminder, first-time moderators must earn 6 badges for completing the work in EVO Mod PD, including 1 for pre-Mod PD. So get started on that, earn your badge. Your name will show up on the leaderboard as having completed your tasks and earned a badge, so it's good to see that. Okay, next slide, please. And when you complete all of the badges and your work, you will receive this certificate of completion for completing Moderator Professional Development. Next.
So a question from Elizabeth, where is the leaderboard? We as facilitators, we can see it, but can participants see the leaderboard?
I'm not sure. I'd have to go in as a student and see, Rose is shaking her head, so maybe not. I thought that everybody could see what others are doing.
I'm going to take Yeah, I'm going to take a look.
Yeah. So we have to sometimes simulate being a student in order to see the reality of what you as a participant see. There is a way just to click on student view, but that often does not give us the entire picture.
Yeah, the only, Christina, I want to add, the only one good way, Canvas creates your own shell thread. So you may check your thread if you receive a question there. But of course, you can receive other questions in other threads where you participated. But
yes.
Check your thread.
Yeah, that is correct. Okay.
And 2 people have already received their badges and they're sharing the excitement in the chat.
Yeah, and Nellie is posting that in Moodle, students get notified when they receive a badge. It's the same in Canvas. Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay. Any other questions at this point?
No.
And this is our last slide. So now is your time to ask questions.
Yeah, and one technique, Christine, you can also subscribe, right, to receive notification.
Yes, that is very important, Larissa. Thank you. And that is part of, I forget where it is. It's in week 1, maybe. You have to set up your notifications in Canvas in order to receive them via email. And I get lots of them in various things, and that's a good thing. So if a new moderator signs up or enrolls in Canvas, I get a notification, and it's important for us as coordinators to know who is in there and who isn't. So yes, notifications are critical.
Yeah, if you use mobile Canvas, it also sends you notifications.
Yes, and Nellie posted another important note there. You can receive them in bulk at the end of the day. I used to do that, but for EVO, I prefer to have it individual messages so that I know things are coming in and being taken care of. So it's your choice. You can either have the notification come in as it happens or at the end of the day in bulk. Okay, anything else?
Yeah, I prefer them one at a time.
Yeah,
and I've
digest.
I think I've set up the notifications. I hope I did it correctly. I love that in my own course in Moodle. So this it's important because even from the discussions or forums or whatever, I want those notifications.
Correct.
It's just easier to read it through email than it is to read it through the
that's true, Elizabeth.
like LMS.
Okay. Yeah, but then in order to respond, yes, you can.
Yes,
I think you can do it on your phone if you have the app.
I don't.
Thank you. Yeah, now we can see everybody. That's good. Or you just go into Canvas and do it there. Okay.
Just to report back, I went into Canvas to check the leaderboard. There is no leaderboard. You can only see your own badges and you can see the people and like the last access as a student.
Okay. Okay. So you cannot see who has received a badge and who hasn't.
In Moodle, they have a leaderboard block, and that kind of motivates participation.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I was hoping we would see in Canvas, because a little bit of peer pressure is a good thing.
Yeah.
Right? We know
Either that or a
students,
completion progress block is also very motivational.
Yes,
that's true.
Okay.
I use them both in my own personal courses. So.
Yeah, and you should remember that what you are learning in Mod PD, what we're trying to model, and we are trying to model. So please use that in your upcoming session. Use it in your own courses. I'm sure you're going to be learning lots of things, and we'll also learn things from you. I mean, every time I learn new things, and that is part of the wonderful thing about EVO, is that we keep learning with each other and from each other. So it continues to be that way. I think I'll send you off. This is your mission. Please complete Mod PD. It will be a great experience, and I'm sure all of you will be successful. It's going to be a fun experience. So let the fun begin.